Hello, my name's Dr. Justin Havens, and I want to talk to a few minutes about the Flash technique and its integration with EMDR. The Flash technique, as some of you may be aware, is a novel intervention devised by Dr. Philip Mansfield um, about 8 years ago, and it can be used for desensitizing, taking the sting, the emotional sting out of traumatic memories without clients having to talk, think, or feel them, which is a really innovative game changer in the field of trauma therapy, where either exposure or even EMDR therapy require you to trigger a memory, which, if they're particularly disturbing and very intense, can make it quite difficult to keep clients within the window of tolerance. So the Flash technique has become quite an evidence-based approach with various RCTs and good evidence base now. And it's even being taught to therapists of other modalities. But I want to talk to you a little bit about how it's integrated with EMDR and that it's gone a little bit further now than just being used as a stabilization technique in the preparation phase. And in fact, we can use it right at the beginning of therapy to reduce the trauma load, particularly for people with complex trauma where they have many traumatic memories. And EMDR and Flash technique can actually be used on multiple memories simultaneously, which is another innovative aspect of it. We can also use it in the middle part of therapy where we're focusing on particular traumatic memories and we want to reduce distress to then enable us to start processing with EMDR. And one of the reasons we want to do that, and there's controversy about this because some people hold the belief that Flash can be used to take a memory down to 0 SUDS, is that there's a lot of benefit in the associative element of EMDR processing with bilateral stimulation, where it's encouraging the mind to make associations and adaptive change in a way that's slightly different to the Flash technique. And whether you do, when the SUDS are below 5, whether you switch across to EMDR or continue with Flash, whatever you do when you finish, before you finish, you need to really check out the target. And pressing into the target and using some bilateral stimulation, there's no reason why you wouldn't want to do that. So that can be a really helpful thing. And of course, when the distress has gone down, the remainder of the way of our kind of typical EMDR approaches, such as identifying and installing a positive cognition and body scans and review, are also still as relevant with Flash as everything else. So I don't see Flash as a competing therapy. I see it as a marriage made in heaven. We've got Flash on one side of the coin, EMDR processing on the other, and both fit within the framework of EMDR in capital letters, EMDR therapy, which I believe is a very comprehensive, relational, and effective psychotherapy for all mental health issues. Now, if you want to learn more about how to apply and use Flash in the most simple, innovative, effective way, I recommend coming on my next webinar, which is Friday, the 24th of May. And in that webinar, you'll learn not just the steps of how to use Flash and how to do troubleshooting when there's the kind of the magical change that we expect to see doesn't always happen immediately, but also how to integrate it across the 8 phases of EMDR in different techniques. You'll also I also do live demonstrations, which work really well in illustrating the troubleshooting aspects of it. So please do have a look at the webinar, sign up, encourage colleagues to sign up. It's on Friday, the 24th of May between 9:30 and 12:30 and comes with handouts, EMDR UK CPD points and a recording as well, so you can review afterwards. I hope you found this little excerpt interesting, and please do get in touch if you've got any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.